Chase, I know you and I do our part. We spend as much money as humanly possible at the Battery, and it is paying off because payroll is on the rise for the Braves once again.
Yeah, Alex Anthopoulos said to expect the payroll to rise. They were at about $206 million at the end of last year, the highest payroll ever. They've consistently set new payroll records. And with the success of the Battery and Truist Park and selling out nearly every single game, even a random Tuesday in the middle of June, credit to you guys, because it's a big reason why the Braves are able to spend this money and why they're able to remain so successful. But I want to give you an idea of what the Braves have to spend. So following Charlie Moore and exercising that option, the signings of Pierce Johnson, the signings of Joe Jimenez, and the options they declined. If you look at ARB's estimates, they've got, I don't know. I don't have the exact figure, but I can tell you in total with the guys they're probably going to sign, you're looking at about $195 million already allocated. So to get to that $206 million they were to end the year, that's $11 million. Now he says it's going to rise. How much is it going to rise is always the question, because it could rise 5, it could rise 10. Well, judging off the past and every single year, we've seen a $20 to $30 million rise in payroll every single season with the Braves. Now, obviously, they're approaching new levels. How much does that change? Is it even less of a baby step? But I think $20 to $30 million of a rise, which would put you at about 226 or 225. $230 million is reasonable, which means you probably got $30 to $40 million to spend this offseason. How they allocate that? We talked about Vaughn Grissom early in the show. Hey, if you can plug him in there, you got $30, $40 million to basically allocate to a fourth outfielder, which is going to be your defensive specialist. Shouldn't cost too much. Think $5 million or less. Think Kevin Pillar last year. Some guy like that. And then the rest is pitching. Whether you want to go out and get another bullpen guy, that's up to you. I don't know if it's necessary. I'd probably get one more. But if you wanted to just go out there and spend big on a starting pitcher, maybe even get 2 starting pitchers, the money should be there for that to happen.
Yeah, I think there's multiple ways that he could go about it. Let's just assume, which is not safe in doing so, but let's just assume for the name of the game that Vaughn does play left field. You could take a bunch of shots with about $6, $7, $8, $9 million guys. You could take 4 or 5 shots with that. Or you could go out and, just like I said, just get some horses, just get some studs, spend some money, bite the bullet. You'll end up thanking yourself in October that you went out and got guys who are proven commodities. Yes, you might have to slightly overpay, which is not what Alex Anthopoulos likes to do, but he'll thank himself in October.
Yeah, and then you also got to think, people like the Braves payroll is going to continue to go up. That is the expectation. They have said it's going to be a top 5 payroll eventually, which would mean it's going up 60, 70, 80 million from where it's at right now. And you got money coming off the books in the form of Marcell Ozuna, the form of Charlie Morton. That's $40 million off the books. So people that say, oh, you can't go get a star pitcher because you got to pay Max Fried. Well, that's not necessarily true. There's enough money coming off the books to give that to Max Fried if that's what they want to do, if that's the direction they want to go, which I'm not sure that's the direction, because we talked about the elbow, stuff like that. That's another conversation for another day. But there is money to go out there and get a star guy. Now, they haven't done it yet. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not expecting it, but it's possible.
We haven't done it yet. And something has to change. Everybody, me, you, we all agree something has to change. So maybe this is the offseason that Anthopoulos decides, I'm going to overpay for a guy because I got to have him for that postseason. I got to have a guy in October I know that I can rely on. Maybe this is the season they go after somebody like that.
Yeah, but we have some crazy talk coming up next. From The Athletic's Jeff Schultz. Stay tuned.